Hey, hey, hey.
Hey Mo,
We back.
we are here.
Guess who's back? Da-na-na-na. Yeah.
Back again.
If
Oh
you're
my gosh.
here, we would love to see some comments. Hi, Capri. Hey, Kelly.
Oh my goodness.
Good to see you. Welcome.
Oh my
Can you hear us?
goodness.
Drop a one if you can hear us in the chat.
Yeah.
Drop a one if you can hear us.
I wanna shoot, baby.
And let me just make sure that we are actually showing up as we
Bop,
should
bop,
be.
bop,
Because every day you should show up as you should.
You are crazy. That is too much. Too much. I'm excited to be live again. It's been a
Me
minute, and these were
too.
these were fun.
Right?
These were fun, so I'm all about it. I'm all about it. And we're back as TGSTS.
Yes, we're
That's what we're
TGSTS
doing.
again. That's the heart. That's the real, real.
Hey,
Okay, it looks like we're actually
hey.
live. Oh, this is so cool. We're really live.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Kelly. Kelly's here.
Hi, Mo on the go.
Hi, MLE3180.
Hi, Table
Table
86
86 Pod.
Podcast.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so we're bringing back the lives. It's been a minute. It's been several months. We were trying to take a
Yeah,
little break, have some self-care time, self-reflection, all that kind of stuff that we love to do, and then we just kind of got deep into that and forgot about Instagram.
pretty much.
Yeah, so we're trying to bring it back, reestablish community, and just shoot the shit, talk about some stuff.
Exactly. We know it'll take time because people aren't used to us being back in this time slot. So maybe us just talking to each other right now,
That's
but
fine.
everything it's
We're good.
content.
And I can talk to you all day, boo.
Aw.
Oh. So what's good? What have you been up to?
I was just about to ask you. I've been lost my job.
Oh, damn.
And then that was before after we stopped the live. So I've been looking for work and yeah, just been looking for work. It's hard out here. I want to get paid just to exist. I don't know how that's so difficult, you know?
Mm. If you figure out how to do that, let me know.
Right?
Let me
What have you
know.
been up to?
Just dealing with them kids. I feel like this is whatever. It could be cheesy, but I really do feel like I've been on a journey and exploration of self. So it's been interesting lately. Like I don't want to be all weird, but listen to the pod because we do a podcast. So listen to a pod, listen to the pod and see where we've been and what we've been doing. We have a website now. We got a blog that we try to update regularly to let you know what we're doing. But yeah, just trying to get back to life on my terms and my comfort and my and I know that's very vague, but that's what I've been doing. So
I
hey
love
JC
it.
in Bethlehem. Hey.
Hey, JC.
Yeah. So yeah. Doing the podcast. We've been doing the podcast.
Yeah, we haven't stopped
You
with
know?
that. We've been consistent with that. We
Mm-hmm.
we are an official podcast. We are an official entity. So
Hey,
we are TGSTS LLC. Come through.
watch out.
Looking for partnership. Anybody want a partnership? Want to partner? Let us know. Looking for guests for the pod. JC in Bethlehem. If you want to come through, let us know. Just need
Yeah.
people and want to just get to know more podcasts, learn more about the craft. Yeah.
And just community. That's what we're about.
Community. Huh?
I mean, I think when we first started, it wasn't really clear, but I think through the last handful of years, I think we did build a community. We kind of stepped away for a little bit, so we're trying to come back and reestablish that, and you know, just live our best lives on Instagram Live.
Yes, community building is where it's at. I think once we do that, then everything else falls into place.
Hopefully, hopefully, we shall
People
see.
love community. People love that identity to have people they can relate to,
Cheer for,
cheer for, root on. Yes.
kind of like this Kendrick Lamar and Drake situation. Do you have a side? Do you have a side? Are you
Oh
up
yeah.
to date on this beef? What is it? What's
Kendrick Lamar. I mean, he killed. He
Oh my
killed.
gosh.
Ooh, I didn't
Oh
even
my
know
goodness.
anything. Like I heard about it and I was like, this is so stupid, and I wasn't listening to anything. And I happened to hear "Not Like Us" by Kendrick Lamar, and that
Mm-hmm.
went in. I listened to it on my race. I was running. I was like,
I
oh,
was getting you hype.
yeah. Family Matters from Drake was okay.
Drake.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was all right, but I'm not really. And then BBL Drizzy is just funny.
I listened to
BBL
that on
Drizzy.
Facebook. Somebody posted that on Facebook. I haven't listened to any of them. I don't
Oh,
really pay attention. I mean, I have artists that I'm JC Bethlehem, still waiting for the Kids Bop version. My kids would love it. My kids would love the Kids Bop.
Oreos.
I don't have I don't really get involved in that kind of stuff. It's not like I guess it is kind of East Coast, West Coast, or West Coast
Mhm.
Canada or
Canada, yeah.
whatever, like is that even a
Booch.
thing? Yeah, the North. Um
Mhm.
but I mean I watched all the TikToks. I tried to kind of, learn what was going on, listen to podcasts and stuff and hear them talking about how how they're attacking each other and stuff, but I
I
don't know.
guess
I
this
think it's
goes
silly.
back. Yeah, I
But I feel
don't
like it's so silly.
don't think it's silly, actually. I think that it's marketing. I think that they're both
Yeah,
making money off of it, and this
they
is just
are.
yeah, this is just a joke. But they said somebody got shot. I think that even that was part of the ruse. Who knows?
Yeah. See, when
I
stuff
can't tell.
that's the thing, because some people like fans take it.
Mhm.
This is kind of like that Haley Bieber, Selena Gomez mess over Justin Bieber and all that stuff. How
Oh,
they
yeah.
had beef and it was all ugly. Remember, I was like all about it. We even did. I think we did a pod on it or something. And it's just what happened. Everybody's back to normal now, and they're both
Mhm.
making hella money on their skincare lines. And so, I mean, that's what this is. Maybe we need to have beef with somebody. Let's
Right?
go find somebody to
Let's
beef with.
troll. Oh, I love a troll. Let me find somebody to troll. Yes, you just gave me an
Oh
idea.
man.
About to troll some celebrity.
But I like both their music. I think Kendrick Lamar needs to put out more music. It's been a
Yeah.
minute. So on that front, I feel like Drake is more prolific in the sense that he puts out music and he's,
Mhm.
you know, but his stuff is like, whatever.
This
It
stuff is
depends on
corny.
what you're into.
The lyrics are
It's
so
corny.
witty and clever.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar's lyrics are
Kendrick
so
Lamar.
witty.
Yeah.
And so I love that. I think that's what makes it so hype. It's just not just
Yeah.
talking ish. It's actually thoughtful and
Yeah.
it slaps and just
Yeah.
like
It
digging in,
slaps.
digging in like just in a classy way. I love it.
It's 90s rap battles. Well, here, see, JC and Bethlehem said it's 90s rap battles again, except Drake isn't a rapper. But
I
I
don't
think it's
know.
funny. I saw a reel that was like all these Gen Z people or whatever generation, I don't know the generations after Alpha.
Mhm.
But all these or whoever, all these generation whatever people are thinking they're witnessing like the greatest battle of history. And then it like they dropped like a Tupac like
Yeah.
bar or whatever, and it was like I feel like it's funny to me because it's not like Biggie and Pac. This isn't like, I mean, I felt like that was real. Like we're really
That was
battling.
real. People
Like this is.
died.
I mean, they both got killed, right? But I feel like that was like a battle, and it was East Coast, West Coast, like whatever. And this just seems silly. It just seems
Yeah.
like entertaining, and it doesn't seem like I'm riding for my city, my coast. So I don't know.
I like that it's personal and it's not including everybody else though. And then
Mm-hmm.
when I look back at the other beefs, it was like Tupac. I remember he said, "First off, FUB in this clique you claim West Side."
Yep.
Like
Okay.
yeah. And it's like, what the where this is more clever, like, I'm sorry you had a bad dad. I feel like
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar is
But
really
that's why it's funny to me.
mhm.
Like I'm sitting
Whereas
here thinking about you, and I'm going to talk about your things instead of like let's fight. You know.
yeah, because that
Um.
fighting. I mean, maybe if they had did it in the ring, it would make money. But this is
Yeah. It's
capitalism. This
more
is
about
people out here
money.
making money. Yeah, and as long as
Yeah.
I hear that Drake has maybe 10 or 13 more songs in the queue, and so not sure about Kendrick Lamar. Like you said, he's slow on putting out music, except for this. So I
In
think that's part
general.
of why
Yeah.
people are excited just to have something fresh from
Hear
him.
him again. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was listening to a podcast. It was Ari Melber. He's from MSNBC, but he was on with Big Boy on their
Mhm.
like podcast, whatever stuff. Big Boy's in LA for people who, well, I mean, I don't know if he's all over now or whatever
Yeah.
with podcasts and stuff, but he was a radio guy. And they were talking about it and they were
He's
saying
a
like,
little
this
boy
is,
now.
I
Thin
know
boy.
he lost so much weight.
Yeah, I'm so happy for him.
Yes. But I mean, I grew up listening to him. Like that was Big Boy in the morning.
I listened to him
Um,
in LA.
yeah, I love Big Boy. But yeah, he is Little Boy. But they were talking about how amazing and historic this battle or this beef is because of how quickly they're turning around and responding to each other. Because usually it
Hmm.
takes a long time. But this has been pretty quick. Boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, they drop this, they drop that. So um, it's quick, almost choreographed. It feels like because it is so quick.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes you're always with the we have to put our tin hats, our tinfoil hats
Hmm.
on because there's always a conspiracy, right? Like,
What
I
can
wonder.
people think about? What can we get the masses involved with that's not to do with politics or anything that
Yeah.
shouldn't really hurt anyone if you think about it? But yeah, that's what I think because these people, you don't just put out music. They have to go through legal, they have to go through all these
It
different
costs
things.
money.
It costs
Yeah.
money. This isn't just some fly by night thing. I mean, if some people can't, like on Instagram, say they release something on Instagram Live or something like that, that would be
Mm-hmm.
different. But this is all out. I think Kendrick Lamar's is public. Like he hasn't put it on Spotify or anything like that. I think.
Yeah.
But I heard it on Spotify the other day, so maybe that's old news. But Drake's is all you can't replay it and all. He has his set up. So that like how did they get that all set up?
Money, money.
Money moves mountains.
But the content too, the stuff they're talking about makes me I mean, because they used to have a working relationship. They used to be friends. They used to work together. They used to record together.
Mhm.
Um, Respectful of each other. And then quickly things change, but now it's like they're spilling tea on all. I mean, they're the stuff they're talking about, like
Mhm.
especially with Drake. Like, I mean, I think there's
Ew.
been some buzz about underage because
Yeah,
he had
there's a
that one
video of
friend. Remember? Oh,
14.
really? Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do that. That's some R. Kelly stuff. Like I can't look at any.
Ugh,
But
he was
remember,
on
he had a
stage.
friendship. It was like an un. It was a. It was out. Like he had a friendship with a young girl. I forgot who the girl
Mm,
was. Do you know what I'm talking about?
no,
And
I
they were just
remember vaguely.
friends. I can't remember.
It reminded me of James Franco. Like he just kind of disappeared
Oh,
on that
he's
topic.
yeah.
That's what this
Mm,
reminds me of. Like, how are you
yeah.
befriending children?
Yeah, that's not right.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Something's not appropriate about that. And then just the talks about I think he kind of was talking to him about like his features and how he's trying to be more black or something. That's I guess the BBL came up and stuff, but um so that was weird. And it was like how I guess he responded, "How are you going to clown me when, your girl is the same complexion, like we're the same." Like,
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
if you look at the cover of his album, his wife is black and or whatever looks black, and then the kids look black, and Great Drake says something about his kids are vanilla cream or something. I'm like, okay, where? Um, and then also Drake, he called Drake a white, period, which goes back to Drake's growing up. Like he's Canadian, I think, was raised by his mom. He wasn't raised
Yeah.
around black people or with black people, and he just throws around the N word and things like that. And so that's why in the first song he says N word, like that's the first thing he says. And I was kind of
Mm-hmm.
put off by that. And then also he what else did he say? He called black people slaves, talking about they're selling like he's trying to free the slaves or something like that. And I'm like,
Mm.
dude, read the room.
I wonder though, like that makes me wonder though about what the larger conversation about what blackness is, because we're coming for him for why? Like why is his
Because he's
I,
co-opting blackness, like what a negative version of what's deemed to be black.
and
I
that's a
never grew up
problem.
around black people, so I'm gonna do this real N-word challenge. Yeah, I'm cool.
But I
It's like,
mean, but there's Dave Chappelle, same thing. There's different people. There's lots of people who, and I think this is feeds into the colorism conversation or whatever, where on the flip side of the colorism conversation, if you are lighter skinned or if you are um, biracial or mixed, it's almost as if you don't have a claim to blackness. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like as if he's
no.
he's being told he has no claim to blackness. He can't claim these things. Whereas, I mean, you could have somebody who would maybe is darker skinned, same upbringing, same experience, and I don't think that that person would be met with the same
I don't get what you
criticism.
mean by the same. Like, what do you mean by the same?
Well, you brought up like he's lighter skinned. He was raised in Toronto. He's raised by his mom.
Mhm.
Okay, there's I'm sure you could find
His white
another
mom.
biracial black child, lots of black children raised by their white mothers.
Mhm.
Um, is
In
their
white
claim to
communities
blackness any
of your
different?
time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Is
It's,
there?
again, I think you're taking it personally, thinking about a claim to
No,
blackness.
I'm not taking it personally. But what you said is like he can't use the N word. He can't
Yeah,
use
he's using the N
like.
word. He's doing all these
But I
negative
mean, many
stereotypes.
people are. Many people are, and that's why I brought up Dave Chappelle. Dave
Uh-huh.
Chappelle wasn't from the hood. He wasn't raised in a certain kind of way, but
He doesn't
because
act like
he
he's
is
from the hood.
black. No, but I mean, no, he did a whole bit in his comedy about like people think I'm this, this, and this. I was raised in,
Yeah,
middle
he's from
class in
Ohio. Yeah, everybody knows
right. Well, he
that.
was raised in Maryland. I know
But
that.
yeah,
But what I'm
he's in
saying
Ohio.
is he's allowed to say these things. And there's no criticism of that from black people. But
Hmm.
let him be lighter skin raised by his white mom, then all of a sudden it's different. Like you don't get to have um I don't know another way to say it other than a
What do you
claim
mean these
to
things? I'm just trying to
blackness.
understand what you're saying because I'm
Like
not.
drop it using the N word or
Mhm.
talking I mean just talking about because I think that was a big criticism was this the idea
Calling black people
of
slaves.
blackness. Well, the idea of blackness. I mean is Kanye not I mean, do you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's different standards for
Kanye's mentally ill.
yeah, I mean, but still, like that's I don't know. It just seems like the attack is a different side of the
It
colorism
is. I think it
conversation.
is. I think it is because it's like you shouldn't be saying out here saying the N word. You're white. You're saying the N
But is
word.
he white?
You have white
How are you
privilege,
just going to
or whatever
look
you say. And you're using the N word. You're doing all these negative things you probably
what's
saw on TV.
explain the white privilege part?
He's a Canadian white guy. Well,
He's
he
not
can,
white.
yeah, his mom's white.
But
So
that doesn't that
biracial guy who's trying to co-opt negative pieces
so
of
why
black
is he
culture.
so is Obama white?
Obama never looked white though, and he doesn't go
Okay.
around
I
calling
don't
people.
know.
He doesn't go around
Aubrey Graham
calling.
does not look white to me. So I don't know what
And Obama's a positive example. He's not going around calling people the N word and all this stuff, trying to bring black
so
people
you
down.
think he has never dropped that N word in his life?
And not on TV. That's what I'm saying. Like we're not talking about personal life.
But that's the culture and that's the industry. That's standard for the industry.
Mhm.
Is
Like
the use
DJ
of that word.
Academics is white, and he says the N word, and he's gotten a lot of pushback on that. And I don't think that's right either. Personally, I don't think anybody should be saying it, but definitely not
Yeah, I
somebody.
mean we agree on that point. We've talked about that before in episodes and stuff, but
But I don't
I
know.
mean
But
I don't
Kendrick
know.
Lamar is kind of like freaky ass. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think it's just using of black culture, like being able to pick and choose is a privilege, and to be able to pick the negative to make things look worse. I listen to Drake. I don't. I'm just saying this
Yeah,
in debate.
so do I. That's why I'm trying
Um,
to understand the part that so when you listen to him, is it off-putting?
I don't even really pay attention. I think I'm so used to it. Like he's talking about women half the time or Percocets and like all of
I mean,
those types
he's doing what everybody else is doing.
of
That's
mhm.
that. I mean, that's my. I mean, I listen to Drake too. I feel like his music is what everybody else is doing.
Shake it for
Um,
me, like dance music.
yeah.
So
So I don't see. And I've heard him drop the N word and stuff like that, and I mean, I don't like it at all. And we've talked about this too. Like, it's just like, why you don't need to. But I don't see that. To me, I don't see that as any different from like Kendrick Lamar dropping it or Kanye
mhm,
or Jay-Z or anybody else. I don't see him as white though, so
mhm.
maybe that's the defining issue is I don't see Drake as white.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Ugh.
Yeah, again, I think it's just being able to pick and choose pieces of culture and pick the negative pieces to profit off of it. And I thought that was so clever, the way Kendrick Lamar said in Atlanta they had the railroads and the way the white people used the labor of the black people in order to uh, benefit themselves. And then he compared that to how when Drake wants his black card, he goes to Atlanta and uses black people. It was just so clever and witty. If you haven't listened to it, I suggest you listen to it so you could have like
Yeah.
say like see what you think.
I will have to. Yeah. I guess I'll just have to. I mean, I have to listen to it and see exactly
Yeah,
what the hell's going on. But it just seems,
there's so
uh,
many different songs too. It's hard to keep up
it's
with,
too
and it's
much, and who got
yeah,
time for that? I mean, so I've been watching a lot of the recaps, like the hey, let me break it down for you in 4 TikTok videos. So blah blah
yeah,
blah, and then
right.
so I've been watching that stuff, trying to just what's going. I mean, I don't
I think it's all fodder.
know.
It's just for us to have something to
Yeah,
talk about, so we're not looking at the impending doom of the earth. So
of the earth, the whole earth,
speaking
the
of,
whole
have you
earth going
seen
down.
Chat GPT is now video and audio? This is nuts.
Uh-uh.
You can
So you can create video through Chat
I don't think
GPT.
you can do that yet, but that's what I wanted to do. But you can do that already. It's created video already. I take that back. But you can take it and like scan the room, and it'll tell you everything that's in the room. Like
That's
in
scary.
right. And you can look at it and like say you mess up your hair, you can look at it and you can say, "Hey, how was your day?" And it uses with intonation, "Hey, my day was fine. How was your?" I'm like, I'm about to have a new best friend. It's about to be my.
This about to
And then
be
you can do your
Skynet or whatever.
yeah,
What was that?
must. Yeah, I forgot.
No, Terminator.
Oh shoot.
They're
Oh
about to
yeah.
take over.
And then like what was it? Something Man, Demolition Man, the virtual.
Ooh, that was a good movie. Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes and wait, was that Demolition Man?
I don't
I
even
think so.
know. I don't
Yeah,
remember. I gotta
Sandra
watch it.
Bullock.
Yeah. Um,
Those are good
but
movies.
you can
Ooh.
look at it and say like, how does this look on me? And it'll be like, oh, you have a piece of hair sticking up, or I'm like, this is crazy. I can't like this is
I'm
why
afraid
I feel
because
like
I
I
feel
can take
like
a job in AI.
all this technology is doing nothing but pushing us more and more apart from each other. So instead of asking your friend, "How do I look?" you're going to ask a computer to tell you. Or instead
Yeah.
of asking your friend, "Hey, let's talk and brainstorm an idea of how to organize our podcast or
Mhm.
whatever." Instead of us doing that, we're just like, "Chat GPT, what's up?" And so we don't need people anymore. That's
Yeah. People
crazy.
don't get jobs. It's a trickle down.
Yep. Trickle down.
Yeah. So I
Oh
don't.
my
Yeah. So
gosh.
it's scary because if they can do this, what's next? Like, I just have no idea. It's scary, but also fun to me because I like having someone to talk to. So now I have Chat GPT to talk to,
And it's technology, so it's always fun to see, oh, what can it do? Like
and it's
let's
learning.
make
Yeah,
pictures, let's do stuff.
and it's learning me, so it'll better be able to help me present a better version of myself in different contexts, and and so I'm excited about it.
I'm scared. You be excited, I'm terrified. Oh my gosh. Speaking of
JC and
terrified, oh, what's he
JC and
talking about?
Bethlehem said real relationships are done.
They've been done. They've been done. They've been done. When we have gotten to the point where we are literally swiping, yes, no,
Mhm.
yes, I don't even want to interact with you, blah blah
Right,
blah.
disposable
Like
people.
that's
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. So that's it was over at that point, I feel like.
yeah.
One picture, look at you. Nah, I don't even want to talk to you, you
Right, you
know?
got in just in time. You got in just in the nick of
Mm-hmm.
time, girl.
Yep. That's
Just a lick,
crazy.
nick of time.
Crazy. What else is going on?
Sorry, that's my cat.
That bear and man thing going on the socials. Have you seen that? Would you feel safer running into a bear or a man in the woods if you're by yourself? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I would be scared of both. Probably anybody, a woman too. Seeing them randomly in the woods. But if I had to pick, I would pick a man. I mean, a bear. I would be more frightened of a bear
Yeah.
because I can't communicate with the bear. That running in circles may not work, and they can
Running
just
in circles? Who told you to run in circles?
yeah. Somebody said to run in circles when you see a bear.
It depends on what kind of bear too. I live
Ah,
in bear country now, so you need to know if it's a grizzly bear, that's your ass. If it's a polar bear, I mean you're dead. So there's nothing you can do with a polar bear. And if it's a black bear, there's you have a greater chance with a black bear. They're not as
wow.
confrontational. Grizzly bears want to fight you.
Are
As long as
grizzly
there's no
bears like
babies,
walking around over there?
not here. No, we don't.
Oh, okay.
Grizzlies are in California. We got black bears,
Okay.
like in my neighborhood, just walking.
Mhm.
So there's different things you can do with black bears or whatever. So I don't know. It really depends. What's this man look like? How
Yeah,
big
there's
is
a
the
lot of.
bear? Where am I
Ooh, I'm glad you
exactly?
in that thought that you said what this man looks like.
Yeah, what's this man look like? Yeah. I mean, that's I saw a comment on a post though that was like, um, the worst a bear can do is kill me. And that stuck with me for some reason. And I don't know how I feel about that. If that's just you're being extra by saying that. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if this is a privileged thing for me to say, whatever, but what's worse than being killed? You know? I mean,
That sounds
you could be
great to
tortured
me.
and then killed, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
the torture part,
oh
I
Lord.
guess.
But yeah. But I don't and I don't know because I can't say, but being tortured and living in my life would be better than being killed.
I think
You know
it's
what I
trying
mean?
to go on to like domestic violence and sexual assault and things like that.
Yeah.
The bear's not going to sexually assault you.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that's what
Absolutely.
I'm trying to say.
That's where I went with that too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or they're not going to chain you up in their basement for 10 years
yeah.
and
But
do
that
whatever with
happened.
you. Yeah.
This recently, this girl went on a Tinder date with this guy. Went back to his house, and he had a dungeon. Took her in the dungeon, severed her body, like chopped her into pieces, decapitated her, and then put her in the woods. I'm like, this is why can't go home with people on the first date, and this is why you got to do your due diligence. Not blaming her, but she's not here anymore. Black girl too, and it was the whole series of white guys killing like black
You sent
women.
me that.
Yeah, so that was one of them.
Uh, that was
Right?
a
You just wanted
lot.
a good
You
night.
just dropped a lot on me.
Sorry,
Took me
boo.
to the like. Do you watch? Have you watched You on Netflix? You know that series
Yeah,
You?
that's so good. Yeah,
Yeah, with Penn Badgley or Badgley, whatever
yeah,
his name is.
something. Yeah,
Yeah, how he always have a dungeon somewhere, like a
yep.
little box he'd be putting people in. Ooh, I can't. Ooh, once you're in the box, you're done. I
Right.
mean,
Not
that's
always.
it.
Some people have survived the box.
I feel like what's the thing they say is don't let them move you. Once they move you to another location, that's it. Like you're
Yeah.
done.
So I don't think I'll be letting anybody into my house or going into anyone's house anytime soon. They would have to have a full background
Mm.
check, like a paid one.
Well, and then that's why I mean I don't know if men do this, but women are always like, "Hey, I'm going on a date. This is where I'm
Hmm.
going. This is his profile, his picture. I'll text you
We
when
can
I'm
go on
done.
the
Okay, you
date.
better text me, girl.
We already got their LinkedIn address. They don't know this.
We done looked him
We,
up.
we don't
Yes,
play.
and
We
that's
don't
you know
live our
what.
life.
And sometimes they think that's crazy. That's survival. Like I'm
I actually
protecting
haven't.
myself.
I actually haven't run into anyone who's thought it was crazy once I've told them. And my friend said the reason why is because they don't
Are they
have that
still
fear.
around? Or are they freaked out?
Yeah, but not
They
from
said,
that.
yeah. Where they at? Yeah.
Yeah, but not from that. So it's not from saying that. That's not why they're
Yeah.
not around. But
Yeah.
I thought
They
it
don't have
was
that fear. Yeah.
pretty interesting because she said they don't have that fear because they don't have the fear that women have, like being prey. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
oof, I never thought about that. Men are taking this too personal and need to realize it's societal perception that they can change. I do my due diligence.
Okay. He's on the LinkedIn's checking people out, looking at their
Right?
socials. I mean, this is all information you're volunteering to the public anyway, so I
Yeah.
should be able to look you up and look at your socials and see exactly what you know what I'm getting
My
myself
friend,
into.
my friends now will here or there, or even like a couple of my friends' moms will reach out to me sometimes, be like, "Can you look this person up?" I'm like, "Yes."
I know, because you're so good. You're good
I
at
hate when
it.
I can't find somebody. It's like it just haunts me, and I get obsessed.
They be haunting you in your dreams. Why couldn't I
Yes,
find more? Oh
but
my
I put a
gosh.
pin in it when you said what the guy looks
What do they
like
look like?
because
Uh huh.
there is a. I wish I remember the name. Let's see, is JC in Bethlehem? Are you still here? Because
Yeah,
there's
he's
still
there.
there's I don't know if you saw this Netflix. I forgot the name of it, but there's a Netflix or HBO documentary about this guy who's a hiker. He it turns out that he quit his tech job and went hiking like all over the Appalachian Trail or something like that. And he was this handsome guy, pretty eyes, just a handsome guy. And he was found, his body was found, and they were trying to piece together what happened to
Oh,
him. People took him into
you and
their
these body conversations. I can't.
people took him into their houses. Like he starved himself to death, basically of suicide. That's how it ended. But you'll see why. People brought him into their house. People liked him so much. He had a beautiful smile and everything.
It's that pretty privilege.
And
Yeah.
then come to find out he was like a domestic violence, like he was beating women and doing all this stuff. And so he had a guilt, and then he couldn't live with the guilt and killed himself.
Yeah. Well, you can't tell. You can't tell a book. You can judge a book by its cover. You have no idea.
This is what I'm saying. What the guy looks like, he might look like that, and then bam, you're gone.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about size. Like, can I
Mm.
take you? That's what I was talking about.
Oh,
Can I take you? Do you look deranged? Like, are you already crazy? Like, looking,
yeah,
are you present? But it's
crazy
more
enough to
of
kill the
a
bear or me, you know?
yeah, right? Yeah. Can you handle that? Because if, well, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. A bear. Bears can
Where
climb
this
trees too.
right?
So,
And I've seen it.
I'm
I'm
just
like,
saying.
I'm not messing with the bear. And I feel like speaking of how men are offended, they should understand that it's what do you call it? Comparison. It's not. It's used to talk about what's going on in society with sexual
Mm.
assault, domestic violence, those types of things. Women getting killed. Did you see the girl who got killed at the bodega because she wouldn't add the guy on Instagram? We're
Oh,
taking people's
Lord.
lives because they won't add us on Instagram. Like this is outrageous. And you wonder why people are saying they want the bear. This is why. This is a conversation that needs to be had. Get out of your feelings.
People are out of control.
Yeah, because it's the feelings that are causing these things in the first place.
Get on some medication. That's all I gotta say. What did we say before? Heavily medicated, and
Oh
I
yeah,
go
that
to
was a great
therapy.
quote.
Okay,
Yes.
heavily medicated, and I go to therapy.
I
And I'm
fired my
still working.
therapist.
I'm still liable to go crazy sometimes. So if you're out
Hey,
there just raw dogging life without medication and without a therapist, I don't know
how are you doing it?
how. I mean, you're not. You're out there killing people at bodegas because they're not adding you on
Yeah,
Instagram.
that
Like
is
that's what
good.
you're doing. Whoo!
But I can see
Yeah,
as a man being thinking that that's unfair for you to be
yeah.
grouped with other men when you're not like that. If especially if you're someone who is kind and protects
Mm,
people. But I think if you were at that level, you would have the understand emotional intelligence and intelligence to understand that
yeah.
this is for this a social for a conversation for people to have about what's going
And
on
you
in
would
society.
probably be equally outraged
Outraged,
because that's not
exactly.
me. So let's change
Mhm.
this. So it reflects me and my, values or how I conduct myself versus what these guys are doing, these other guys are doing. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the response. That should be the response, but a lot of times it's not. Like when they had the Me Too stuff out, like people were pissed, and it wasn't like, "Yeah, support these women. This is wrong. Let's change it." They were more like, "Not all men," and then they kind of retreated to their camps. Let's defend men now, as opposed to, "Hey, what are we doing wrong, or how do we, fix the conversation or change the
JC in
conversation?"
Bethlehem had a good observation that a lot of the people who are complaining about man versus bear are the same ones who don't want trans people to use the women's bathroom. And so you're calling people a predator because they were born a certain way, but then you're getting mad when people call you a predator because you were born a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah, make it make sense, right? It
can
doesn't
make
make
sense.
sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of the logic of like, well, it supports my viewpoint, so it makes sense. But if it doesn't
Yeah. Oh
support
my,
my viewpoint, then it doesn't make sense.
did you see
Like
that
it's
thing about Trump and diapers? I thought that was a joke.
diapers. Does he wear
Yes.
diapers? Please tell me he wears diapers.
Let me tell Snopes this before I start talking.
Please
No,
tell me he
this is
wears that. He in
real.
the courtroom wearing his diapers. Stop it.
This
Well, he's
is
an
it's
older man.
true.
He wears
Wait,
diapers, or does he have a
fact
diaper
check.
kink?
I'm looking at
Please,
Snopes now.
please.
It's true. Oh my gosh, it's
What is
true.
it? A diaper kink? Like baby kink or what?
No, he's old man. He's incontinent.
Oh, that's
Um,
okay. That happens. But I
yeah,
still love that.
but
I
he
love
was
that for
making
him.
fun of Biden or something, saying that he's probably in diapers. And then so everybody, all of these Trump supporters were making fun of Biden about diapers. Then when it was leaked that Trump leaked, when it was leaked that Trump wears diapers,
Pun intended.
unintended, that Trump wears diapers, then all of a sudden they started making these shirts, real men wear diapers. I said, I'm done with people. I'm done.
How my thing is, again, believe what you believe, your viewpoint, who you support, whatever, but how can you be so blindly loyal to someone? Like
It's
how
scary.
it doesn't make any sense to me.
I think because
Like
we weren't hatched out of an egg or something, like, 'cause we're born dependent, like we're born dependent, whereas other animals are born and they have to fight for their lives as soon as they get out of there, get onto this earth.
it's a
And
cult,
it's a
JC in
cult.
Bethlehem says. For sure.
Yeah,
It does feel like that.
it is a
There's a
cult for
YouTube that
sure.
I saw yesterday, and there was this older white man in a MAGA hat or whatever, and he was like, at this point, I'm with him all the way. He could stand on the White House steps and shoot somebody, and I would still be with him. And I'm like,
We're in
and you
loyalty.
just said that? You just said that. And there's people who are like, yeah, if he wants to be a dictator, then that's what this country needs. We need a dictator. Huh?
Wow. That's why we have religion, though.
Patriots. Patriots. Patriots, man.
People want
Patriots, all
something
of
to
them.
worship. They want something to worship. They want something to bow down to. That's the way we were programmed, I guess.
We need more options. I mean, we're gonna do something about that in the future. I think we're gonna, if anybody, I don't even know if anybody's here, um, a series. This is election year, so we're gonna be talking
Yeah.
about politics and talking about local politics and other options in both parties. Like who else is there? Because
Hmm.
this is probably the last time these two will be able to run. Let's be
Yes.
realistic. Thankfully, I guess in a sad way. That's kind of sad to say, but
Hmm.
thankfully. So who's up? Like what else do we have? So
All I know is that none of them gonna be on my ballot. So I know that's the truth.
I don't
I'm
I
over
don't
it. I can't keep doing this. Oh, just
I can't keep doing
the,
this.
the lesser party. Like I've done it. I've done it my whole life, and it's gotten me
Mm.
nothing and
But I
nowhere.
think that's what it is. I think that's what it boils down to, though. That's what our country is about. You pick the one that you can stomach a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, I can't stomach none of them, so there you go.
yeah.
I'm writing in Tyrone, my cat.
Tyrone. Tyrone.
Tyrone the kitty for president.
My son was saying in the car yesterday, he was like, I really hope, Mommy, when I run for president, I hope that I get
Yes.
elected. That's what he said. He's
Oh,
7. And he just out of nowhere said that. I hope when I run for president, I get elected. I said, me too, baby. I'll vote for you. And then
you
his
never
sister
wanted
was
to
like,
be
I'll vote
president?
for you too. We were all, well, I mean, who, me?
Yeah.
I never thought I could. I never thought,
Oh wow.
it
I
never
thought I
dawned
was
on
going to
me.
be president as a kid.
Dang, okay,
I thought
Mom.
that was all kids thought that.
No, I did. That was not within
CEO,
my one.
president. Oh,
That was never told to. I was gonna be a doctor. Period.
oh
You're gonna be
yeah.
a doctor. It was one of those kind of things. You're gonna play the violin. You're gonna be a doctor. Whatever. But president was never in my dreams or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought that was so cute. I hope I get elected. I was
I
like, me
love
too,
that.
baby. I hope you do too. It was just a very sweet, innocent thing.
And you
So
can
I
have
feel
this
like we want to get
document,
these young people.
right? When
Yeah.
he
Oh,
becomes
this right here.
president.
Yes, my son said, yeah. Oh, in the same breath that I'm laughing at somebody at Trump in diapers. You're like, yes, and now my son.
Yeah, I did student council. I did all that stuff.
Me
Speech
too.
and
I did that
debate.
too.
I knew I
Yeah.
was going to be president. I was like, I'll be president or ran
I
for.
wanted to be a justice. I wanted to be on the
Mm.
Supreme Court. That was
Uh,
my view of
you
something.
still have hope. You still have time.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Because that's too messed up too. I can't even the things I believed in. The institutions I
Yeah,
believed in even as a young adult or whatever. I don't. It's all messed up. So
yeah.
sad.
I
Ain't that
don't
a
believe
shame?
in anything. It's like we need something to believe in because when you don't have anything to believe in, you get idle
You
hands and the
you
devil's
get Trump. You get
playground.
Trump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get dudes walking around saying real men wear diapers, which is true. If you need to wear a diaper, wear a diaper.
But what does real men mean? I
They were
hate
trying to
that.
say
I
you
hate that
can't say
whole.
I'm not a real man because I wear diapers.
Yeah,
I am a
but I
real
feel
man.
like that whole statement is problematic because what is a
Yeah.
real man? Like that's so dumb.
What is a man? Let's
I
Katanji.
mean,
Let's
today, like, what is any
what
let's just
is
say what
Bill
it is. Um, what?
Clinton, what is
Come a long way from that dude.
right? Have we though?
I mean, we've come full circle. I feel like, and then some on steroids,
And it just goes
and
to
like
show. And like what?
30 years older, but like
Exactly. And
they're
it
like the same
goes to
dude.
show that humans are programmed. We're just destined for doom because we didn't have technology.
Destined for doom. T-shirt. Destined for doom. Let me write that down. Damn.
Because we have all this technology and we're still doing the same thing as yellow journalism back in the day, propaganda back in the day.
Ooh, I don't like
It's,
that term.
it's just gotten all the same again. Why
Mm,
are you looking like that?
I don't like that term. Makes me
Why?
uncomfortable. I don't know why. It just makes me feel uncomfortable.
That's where we are.
Ooh. Mm, mm. I miss going live.
Me too. It's fun. I can't wait for us to keep
Yeah.
doing it consistently and get some views. Who's in here? I
Yeah, we
can't.
we appreciate you, JC and Bethlehem,
Yes, JC
our ride or die.
representing. Yeah, if you don't follow JC underscore NIN underscore Bethlehem. All right.
Yep. So what are you
So,
doing with the rest of your evening?
what am I doing? What time is it? Oh, I'm gonna go watch one of my favorite YouTubes. Watch them trash Kendrick. I guess.
Oh my
What
gosh.
about you?
After mommy duties and stuff, because we gotta do baths and stuff after that. Like, I'm trying to binge watch the hell out of Bridgerton. I got my husband to
Yes.
watch it, so
Oh,
we're
that's
in the second
amazing.
season now, and I'm like, you have to watch Queen Charlotte before season 3 comes out, and I am here for season 3 because Penelope, she
Yes.
she got to glow up. She looking like amazing, so I can't wait
Oh,
to
I can't
see
wait. When is
this.
it coming out?
I think it's Friday. Is it Friday?
Oh my gosh, I'm
It's
gonna watch the
soon.
last couple episodes.
It's soon. And one of the things I saw a meme, I just have to share this with you. I don't know if I sent it to you, but you know how Violet, the mom, the Bridgerton mom or whatever, she was
Mhm.
telling Lady Danbury and Queen Charlotte how her garden is in bloom, right?
Yeah.
And well, there was a meme and she's like a flower. Her little face is a
Mhm.
flower. And I guess there's some handsome older black man I have not seen before on the show, and he's
Ooh.
watering her flower. And I was
Oh,
like,
shoot.
"Ooh, okay." So she about to get
Ooh, she about to get that
some
black
some nom nom nommy nom.
black mamba.
She about to
Yes.
get watered, all right. So I'm
Water.
excited for everybody. I can't wait to see how.
Yes.
But Penelope, it's time. It's time she got some love.
Right?
She's a sweetie.
And I want to go back. Which season was that where she was kind of like being overlooked a lot and trying to get
All
the
of
guys?
them.
Yeah.
Colin is like, you're just my friend. I feel like
Mhm.
it's every season. She just
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, and her mom even said like, he would never like, you're not
Mhm.
even friends. Like, she. I mean, she needs to. They need to out her as Lady Whistledown, and she needs
Yes.
to just be like, I'm the shit. Okay, and that's
Okay.
it.
Own it. I can't wait. I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, Shonda, do us right, Shonda.
Yep. Yep. And Colin looking grown. I'm obsessed. I've been following them like as actors in the last like couple weeks. And
Mhm.
she's like Irish and her little accent, and she's just so sweet, and they're so cute together. I don't know. I love it.
Aw. Look
You
at you
know,
getting excited.
I
So,
like it. And then bigger girls need love too, and she's cute. They need to
right?
give
I
it. Like
love
I
it.
love the
Speaking of,
representation.
did you see Gabrielle Sidibe is pregnant with
Oh,
twinsies?
yes. All the
Yes.
little
Give it
pictures
up
are
for
so
the big
cute.
black girls.
Her and her husband
Big
though, the
butts.
pictures they holding that belly, rubbing that belly. Oh, I love it.
Right? He was all up in it. He seems happy as a.
I mean, yes, he was. What else you think?
Well, we don't know what they did. She's in her 40s, maybe not. No, I'm just kidding.
So,
But
so
but yeah,
is she
that
in her
just made
40s?
yeah, she's in her 40s. I was like, what? I
I
thought
thought she was
she's still
younger.
gonna be precious to me, you know?
Precious, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. She's just precious.
She's
That
41.
was that was a hard movie to watch. Damn.
So she's gonna be 41 when she has the babies.
Oh, I love it.
And she's
I'm
having
happy for
twins.
them.
Right?
Oh,
They met on Raya, a dating app that is trash that I hear from a lot of people, a lot of
I
DJs
don't
on
know
there.
what that is.
It's a
Riot DJs.
so yeah, it's a selective dating app for influencers and celebrities. So you have to
Oh,
be
so you have to be
invited.
vetted and oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
And he
So
was
who's her
doing well on
man?
this Brandon
Is he a
tour.
DJ?
No, he's an entrepreneur.
Okay.
And yeah, and he has money on his own, so it's not like he's using her or anything.
Okay.
'Cause at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh God, he's probably some brokey using her. Nope. He has his own money and everything and
I
his
love it.
own
I love to see.
businesses. And yeah, they're
Let's see
just
these babies. Let's see these
oh, you know, the
babies.
babies are gonna be gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Now, are those babies gonna be white?
Maybe. Who knows? We gotta see.
Well,
I'm
I'm
just
just saying. Oh,
but I think that yeah, that we shall see. What if those babies come out black, black, blackity black, black?
I mean, I was just trying to call back to the Kendrick and Drake thing
I know.
because that's essentially the same mix, just
Flipped, yeah.
reverse.
Well, hopefully
So
there's
I don't
raised
know.
in love with both the parents and love, and they
Well,
both live long enough to see them
do you know
grow
what the
up.
kids do now? This is how I'm old. They don't do you do heart. This is how you do hard hands. How you do it? Oh, I love you. Do you do
Yeah.
that ever? Yeah, you know the kids be doing this now,
Oh yeah, you told me that Crips. They Crips now?
or they're doing. I can't. My fingers. I have arthritis. With full disclosure, so
I
I can't
forgot
be
you
doing.
said
I
it was
got my
remember
fingers are starting to turn. Huh?
oh, there used to be a word for it when they do the Crips, and then they do what was that called? I forgot.
I don't know that.
That's what they're doing. Gang signs. Yes, gang
I don't
signs.
know. But it
You
just
can
looks
stop
really
your
weird.
kids from doing
You
that.
see a whole bunch of like blonde 12-year-olds going like this or whatever, and it's like what's
No,
happening
they look like
with their
Crips.
1990s baggy pants and stuff,
I
like the
love it.
styles that are coming.
Right?
It's
Everything's coming
crazy.
back. And so
It's crazy.
uh is there a limit to human creativity? Why do we keep going
Yes.
back to everything? Everything is
Yes.
called back. And when you were saying something about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar being friends, and then that's this
Mhm.
classic storyline for so many things.
Mhm.
And it's just like the human experience is limited. There's only as far as we can go, and we don't even use most of our brain, or at least
Yeah.
over half of it. So
It's nuts.
it's
And I think
nuts.
when we were like in high school, like maybe junior high or something, I know that a lot of like the hippie stuff came back with the flared bell bottomy kind of pants and things
Hmm.
like that. And my mom used to always be like, "Oh, I used to wear those when I was, and I was like,
Right.
okay, whatever." Um, and now like I went shopping for my daughter because she's my height and she's 10, so she's got long legs and she can't
Mhm.
wear regular shorts that people wear because it's just all legs. She can't wear them to school and stuff. It's
Yeah,
just not appropriate looking.
that's
So I'm looking
inappropriate.
for
Yeah.
shorts and I went to H&M and they have all these graphic tees and like concert tees and stuff that were really cute and I'm looking and it's corn, it's um
KORN?
yeah, like like corn,
What they know about
Nirvana,
someone?
that's what I'm saying, Bush, like
Nirvana,
all the
the new album.
90s bands, all the
Yeah.
90s, Sublime is back, like all this stuff. And I'm sitting here like, what are these little 12-year-olds, 15-year-olds, they're wearing our music,
Yeah.
And I think that's funny because when I was in high school I had like Jimi Hendrix shirts and
Mhm.
like Janis Joplin and stuff like that. So what did I know? you know
Exactly. It's the same stuff.
it's
It's just
crazy,
the
yeah.
parents' generations or the marketing of it. People already
Yeah.
exist, licensing, they're getting that money.
Yeah.
It never goes
But
old. Then they're gonna come back on tour if they're alive.
oof. But it's just, or like Aerosmith, like Steven Tyler, he's still trying to do it.
Ooh, I saw him ages ago and he was still trying to
All
do it
that,
then.
yeah. So it's but it's kind of beautiful to me to think that we're linked together in that way.
Mhm.
Like the music and the culture really isn't that different from generation to generation. We have our own little spin on it, but we are pretty connected. I don't know. I think that's kind of cool when I hear my
Connected
kids
through the
singing
music.
something. Yeah, because my
'Cause I'm
kids will
like,
start
this
singing something. I'm like, hey, okay, so this is funny. I was on a field trip. I don't know if I told you this.
mm-mm,
Kindergartners, and on the way back from the zoo, all these little girls, little 5-year-old girls, are
mm.
singing "Tell Me Why,"
Aw,
and they
yay.
sang, and they sang, a whole chunk of it, and they kept singing
Mhm.
it over and over because that's all they knew, I think. But I was like, all the
Aw.
moms, we were like, how do you know this song? And so the mom started singing with them. It was adorable. It was a
A
moment,
lot
you
a
know.
lot of cartoons and soundtracks are bringing some of these songs back. I think, Justin Timberlake was just in some kinda cartoon or something.
Yeah, trolls.
Oh, okay. So
I know,
there's
I
a
know all this. Yeah, I
yeah,
know about that.
the
I
mom.
got all the kids, the moms. But yeah,
Yes.
he's trolls.
So, a lot of kids are hearing this old music and new
Mm-hmm.
things, and then, like, on Netflix, I think, because I kept hearing "Murder on the Dance Floor," I'm like, "Why? That's an old song. Why is everybody playing that?" And it's from
Mm,
something on Netflix.
yeah, the kids are learning. I think
Mhm.
because it's people our age, our generation, creating it.
Yeah.
So they're listening. It's for the parents and it's for the kids.
That's what I
So
did, yeah,
yeah,
Santana, Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Wonder,
right,
all of these
right. Oh,
types of music.
Santana.
Yeah, from my
Yep.
parents, so that makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's a link. I love music. It's like a link from generation to generation. That's beautiful.
Me too, but I don't know about concerts anymore.
I
I'm
don't do
kinda
public.
over all the yeah, I'm over all the people and the it's overpriced, uh, concessions and everything, and
Hmm.
unless I had a VIP experience, I won't do it.
Hmm.
That's the only
I'm
way
not
I'm
trying
doing
to
concerts.
die. That's my only
Oh, I
thing.
mean, I don't care about that. I just wanna
I'm
enjoy
not trying to get
myself.
shot up while I'm listening to Taylor Swift or something. I'm not trying.
That's
Not for
unfortunate that
that.
that's a possibility. That's so sad.
Yeah, that's terrible. But I feel like that's the thing that's in. I mean, that's in a lot of people's minds, no matter where they go,
Yeah.
because I mean that's our our
Hi,
culture. I feel like they
Detour,
like all the
Mexico
greatest
City.
hits. Ooh, I want to go to Mexico. Been a while.
Thermal shirt under a t-shirt to make a comeback. I mean, I wear that still.
Yeah, I do that for my kids. Is that bad? Like, if it's cold outside and they have like soccer practice or something, I'm like, oh, you put the thermal and then you put a t-shirt
Mhm.
on.
Yeah, I
And
think a
it's
lot of
funny
athletes
because
do
my
that.
husband tried to dress them. I laid it
Mhm.
out and he put the thermal on top, and I was like, you from a different generation.
Yup.
Like, that's not how we do. You need to switch it. He was like, what?
Aw,
Yeah,
that's adorable.
even us, we have the
Oh, yeah, you have a
differences.
generational gap, yeah. Not
Is it
generational,
7 years? I mean, damn.
but
So
yeah,
me
you're
and
Gen X
Jenny.
and he's millennial, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So I was doing the high school stuff in the '90s, and he was in grade school.
Yeah,
I
different
was in
experiences.
college, and he was in grade school too. Yeah, that's
I
terrible.
love that because there's now somebody in high school, maybe next year I could date because 'cause they'll be in college. Let me stop, I'm just kidding.
I'm not even mad though. If you find somebody and they got the ID, check that ID.
Yeah. There's something going on with 30-year-old men. They're not okay because that seems to be the only people
Ooh.
talking to me, 30, 32. They're between
Why does
30
that
and
mean they're not okay?
because it just seems like they're just unloved or something. Something's going on with these young men. I don't know. They're not getting the
They're
love that they
coming
need.
into a realization. Or maybe they're learning something about themselves. Hey, I'm not in my 20s anymore. I'm looking to be a little more serious. I'm looking for a
Mm,
woman who's of a certain quality.
mm.
And they find you. That's the way you look at it. Ain't nothing wrong with them.
I mean, they're grown. That's grown. Been in the workplace a few years.
Hopefully.
I don't think 20-year-old men are good either. Dang.
I don't think 40-year-old men are good. I don't think men are good.
What about bears? Let me stop.
No, but I think that could be a topic too. I mean, I know we've touched and danced around it, and we've had a lot of men that listen to the pod and stuff like that. But we had Kofa on. I don't think they're
Mhm.
okay.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, that would be an interesting thing to like look into and
Oh
talk.
my
Just
God.
have that's a series, a mini
You
series on them. Do that.
speaking of Kofa, I was watching another YouTube channel, and these guys were getting so emotional, taking everything
Oh,
personally. They couldn't even like get to the topic. The topic was about whether our experiences influence our behavior and the way we treat our partners and things like that, and the way
absolutely.
we interact with the world. And this guy was saying you can't blame his dad on how he behaved because his dad was behaving that way because his grandmother treated him a certain way. And I'm like, do you see what you're doing? Because
You put it back
he
on the woman.
he put it on the woman, and he's blaming his mother, but he's not blaming his dad. But even though his mother was
Mm.
raised by his other grandmother who raised her a certain way.
Yeah.
But that's because the mother is a bad person, but the dad is the product of his environment.
Mm.
Mother's inherently
We
bad.
need to we need to talk about that. I think that would be good because I've seen examples in my own life where I don't hold men accountable and I place it on the
Mm.
woman. I hold it on,
Oh wow,
even if
this will
they're
be a good
clearly
topic.
misstepping.
Hmm.
And I'm aware of it now that I'm more thoughtful about things. But like just gut reaction to stuff like in 10, 20 years ago, yeah, very different. And now I'm looking at it and processing and saying, hey, what, like
Yeah.
why? But yeah, I think that that's a greater conversation, just like the bear and the man. I think that um, we need to talk about why we haven't been holding men accountable, and I think that's part of the problem. The shift right now is we
Mhm.
are starting to hold them accountable, and it's not okay for them. Like they're not okay because they're not used to it. Whereas
Nope.
women, we get shit on all the time. So
Hmm.
yes, JC and Bethlehem. Yes, things are traumatic, but it's on you to heal from. Yeah, we all have to do our work.
Exactly.
It's hard. It's hard in these streets to be an adult.
Right. Adulting is hard. I don't want it. I don't want it.
I should have
Well,
had it. Go ahead.
we had our whole
Well,
life. We had a whole life,
we have a
girl.
whole
Did it. Yes. Thank you for everyone who came out. This is a shout out to Caprice, Table 86 podcast, and JC in Bethlehem and Detour, Mexico City. We appreciate y'all for being with us as we came back, and we will be here on Tuesdays at the same place, same time.
Yay! Also,
Any
check
final
out our
thoughts?
podcasts. Podcasts drop
Yes.
every Sunday night. 6 Pacific, 9
Eastern.
Eastern. You can get it anywhere: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, basically anywhere you get your podcasts. Check us out. Comment on our stuff. Let us know.
Yes,
Let us know what you
YouTube.
think.
Yes, please. Please interact with our content.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube. Please go over there. This will live on YouTube. So please check that out. And then
Yes.
we also do a
The
daily drip
website.
that comes out on
Oh,
Mondays. So
yes.
it's our little coffee break where we talk about things going on. So take a listen to that. And we have a website, tgsts.com. So find us there.
And probably the best way you can support us is to tell your friends. Just
Yes,
share. If
please.
you like anything, share. Tell your friends.
Mhm.
Tell your mama. Tell your
Yep,
boss. Somebody.
exactly. All righty.
Yeah.
See
That
ya.
was fun. Bye. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.